Che di nuovo?
You're joking.
No. Uh-oh. It's
Oh
black
dear.
again.
We do apologise, we have a technical problem. Apparently,
Anche se...
oh my goodness, we just have a black screen, which is really not good. You poor people, wasting precious moments looking at this. Alright, we're going to have to cancel again, I'm afraid. Sorry about this. We do have issues with our phone. Hey, doing live stuff, this is what can happen.
Hello.
Hi Zedon.
Sorry about the black
Oh,
screen.
you can see us. We can see you just fine. Oh my, right, okay.
Okay.
We've got a black screen here, so
That's weird.
crazy. Right,
But
anyway.
you see me? You see
Yeah, that's a good question. Good question.
the
Can you
camera.
see? Right. So hang on. Let's hold it still. The camera at me. Right. Are you seeing me or Rossella? We need to know that. So if you can reply, please. Can
Hello?
somebody comments, please, now and tells us whether you're looking at me or Rossella, because we don't know which camera's working.
Or the kitchen. Can see both. Chris? Ah, we see Chris. Oh, good.
Right, okay.
You? Okay,
So
good.
it's the front
Brilliant,
camera.
thank you.
Right, now we know what's going on. Okay, hello, here we are again. I've had a lot of fun reading through your comments. You've got some really good things there, but I want to clarify a few things. The comments have tended to have gone down a certain route, which is basically a lot of them are saying that what I'm doing is a bodged job, which is not true. This is not a bodged job. Basically, let's go right back to the beginning, because I've been doing this each day, little snippets. Some people may have missed some of what happened with this boat. So there was lots of play, and the first thing I did was I removed the rudder. So I've had it out already. I've looked at the shaft, I've inspected that. I know that there is a section where the bush is of wear on the shaft, so it's about 1 millimetre smaller than the section above that. So this is one of the reasons I did this repair, because if I were to get a new bush that was the correct size, I wouldn't be able to get it into place on the rudder shaft without having the shaft remachined, or you can have a sleeve put on there. But the simplest way of doing this is doing what is called a West Marine epoxy repair on the bushing, which is what I did. And this is a very proven technique. I didn't just wake up one morning and decide to do it. I read about it, I did my research, and then I did it. I followed the instructions. I'll actually put a link in the description of this video to the West Marine instructions, which don't just cover this, they cover lots of different things with fiberglass. It's a great PDF, so check that out. This is what we ended up with. This is a piece of the epoxy that I cast into the bushing, and it's full of graphite, which is a very effective natural lubricant, a dry lubricant. And this was done actually about 9 months ago. I did this epoxying work, and this is a section that I've pulled out of it through one of the holes through which I injected the epoxy. This is a test piece. It's very, very hard. There's nothing wrong with the epoxy. It's very hardly set, and you can see the graphite in it. If I do that on some paper,
hopefully you can see it, because I have a black screen.
We're presuming you can see everything that's going on here, but we're just having to have faith in that. So you can see the graphite. So it's a very useful technique. So yes, I could have bought a bush, but this is not a bodge. This is making a repair that is going to be a permanent repair. Bear in mind it's a bush, so it's eventually going to wear, just as any bush would. But this is a permanent repair, it's a proper repair, so don't say it's bodged, because it's not. Now, yesterday I had a bit of a tough day. You might have seen that I was quite tired, a little bit, not my ordinary bubbly self. That was because I was annoyed at what had happened with the stainless steel tube rotating. But that was just something that could have happened even if I was using the correct bush. So it's just one of them things. It happened, I dealt with it. I did some fiberglass work last night in the dark, and I woke up this morning, looked at it, it was quite good. And more importantly, it's strong, it's held out today, I've been putting lots of torque on it, and it's perfect. So I'm happy with that. And again, it's not a bodge, it's a repair, it's a proper repair. So that is where we're at. This morning I put some pressure on the rudder and it broke free, as in the bush was moving again, which is nice. Then I didn't want to put too much stress on the steering system of the boat, so you can saw on the thumbnail I made a big wooden lever and stuck that on the rudder so I can move it remotely. I can also see what's happening with the bush then, and I've been moving it around like that. So now what we've got, this isn't rocket science, guys. A bush is just a hole, and you've got a stainless steel shaft going through a hole. It's not complicated, and you know, I understand your kind of concerns about water coming into the boat and the boat sinking, blah blah blah. I know all that, and I'm actually very cautious. I have replaced every single skin fitting and seacock on this boat because I'm cautious. Not many people do that when they buy a boat. I have, and I'm being cautious. So don't worry. I'm not gonna sail us off into the sunset when the boat is not ready for that. So another thing is the splash date. You may have noticed yesterday's video was entitled days to splash, and that is because the splash date is out of the window now. We did want to stick to that because when you're doing a refit, if you've got a set splash date, that's the one thing that remains constant. Everything else changes. The jobs that you're going to do, they all change, but the splash date remains constant. In this case, that's not been possible, so it's tough. We'll have to go in the water later.
Everybody's saying that you're doing a good job.
Am I?
I see in the comment.
Right, okay, that's nice. Thank you very much.
It's brilliant to see the comment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Now you mentioned comments. So I'm basically, leave it with me, guys. I'm working on it. This rudder is going to be repaired. It's going to be repaired properly. What I was saying before about it being very simple, it's a hole and a shaft going through a hole. Simple. All I need to do now is put some abrasive in there. It could be anything that's abrasive, and I'll keep moving the shaft until it wears a bigger hole, and then I'll have the nice amount of play between the shaft and the bushing, and it'll be done. So comments. We feel too ignorant not replying to any comments. We don't have time to reply to comments like we normally do because that takes ages and we don't have time. But what we're going to do this time is we are going to reply to the first 3 comments. And the first time we put this video live...
Well, first 3 comments, yeah, when the video is...
Exactly, when the video is uploaded.
Because these comments unfortunately
they get
cancer,
lost. Yes, they do. And so we will reply to the first 3 comments that appear on the video once it's uploaded to YouTube after this live broadcast. Right,
just because we don't have the time. Otherwise, obviously, we would reply to everybody.
Eventually, one day, we will go back and reply to the comments and kind of catch up with them. But for now, that's just completely impossible. So I want to end on a positive. So basically, these periods here, they can be considered a bit of a nightmare. You're stuck on the hard, you're working working long hours, you're not really enjoying each other's company, and yeah, it is a bit like that. But I'm glad that all this is happening because I'm getting to know this boat in a way that I never would have if we'd have just appeared and the boat was ready to go in the water. You don't get to know the systems on board, and you're then less prepared if something does go, or when something does go wrong, you're less prepared to deal with it than if you've had a big hands-on refit like this. So that's one positive. The other positive is when you are sat anchored in a beautiful bay with the waves crashing on the beach and a glass of something in your hand, kind of cuddling together in the cockpit, watching the sun go down, basically, life is about highs and lows, isn't it? You can't have the highs without the lows. This is considered a low, even though we're happy, we're healthy, we've got each other, and we are enjoying ourselves, even though we're working like dogs at the moment. But without these low points, you can't have the high points. So there we are. Right, I've talked too much. I'm going to shut up now and put the camera towards Rossella. And we still can't see it because we've got a black screen here.
Hello everybody. Thank you very much for the comment. It's brilliant to see them live. You can see them now, Chris.
I can.
I feel like honoured, like people watching us and comment is brilliant. So today has been a very busy day again. As you see, we still have to do wash up here, finish wash up, and we still have to have dinner, and Chris still have to go to have a shower. And what time is it? I'm scared to know.
20 past 9.
20 past
something.
9, almost 10. Well, who knows? Anyway, so it's tiring, but like Chris said, it could always be, worse if we were here, and so I'm just grateful about the positive things we have now. That is, we are together, we have a lovely little girl, and so I don't want to complain, even if it would be easy to complain because I'm knackered. And also I have hay fever. it's been killing me since a week. Also because we are basically next. Well, we have trees on us, so probably that doesn't help. But yeah.
Yeah.
Let's think about the positive.
Yeah, and basically this is another one of those periods in our lives. We've had quite a few of these periods already.
Yeah.
It tends to be, this is kind of a trademark of Chris and Rossella.
Yeah.
We do crazy things. But this is another one of those things that when we're 100 years old,
Or 120.
or 120 years old, we're going to live till we're 125.
Yeah.
That's according to Rossella.
Everybody should say that.
Yes, we're going to...
Positive thinking.
When we're that age, we're going to look back on these periods of our lives and hark back to these wonderful, long, challenging days that we're having now. So it's another positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right then, we shall go. So thank you for watching.
Thank you very much.
We don't know if we're going to have a video tomorrow, because there might not be much to show you. I might have just spent all day with that lever going back and forward with lapping kind of compound. But anyway, we'll be in touch soon to let you know how things are going. And until then, have fun.
Yeah.
And best regards. That's it. Yeah. So I'm now going to do the thing where I try and end the video and then I fumble for 10 minutes with the touchscreen. So, okay. See you soon.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Grazie. Ciao.
Okay, cover the camera. And press, yes I do, end. Oh, wonderful.